can hear myself on Twitch. So how are we going on Twitch? We have audio. Excellent. All right. So now, broadcasting on Dementia Radio now, and recording in 3, 2, 1.
We're not hearing anything.
You're not. Damn it. Alright. Let me... I didn't change anything. You're not... Oh. Why is... No, that's working. Does that do it? No?
Nope.
And check. Oh, wait a minute. Why is that not? Oh, interesting. Let's turn that off. Turn that back on. There we go. All right, let's try that again. Is that working?
Yep.
There we go.
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org. It's the Funny Music Podcast, brought to you by FuMP.com. where you can download new free comedy songs twice a week. Now, here's your hosts, Devo Spice and the great Luke Ski.
Hey, Devo Spice!
Hey, Luke Ski!
We have new middle class in the house!
Mike and Barbara Borak. How you doing, guys?
We're great. And we have Jace McLain of Nuclear Bubble Wrap! Woo!
Oh.
Jace, who is playing the part of Florida Man this week, because he's come to us live from Florida for some reason. Welcome to episode 580 of the Funny Music Podcast for July 29th, 2021. Title of this week's episode is Sophisticated Thingy. And your job is to work that into our conversation at some point during this episode. So, and I actually created a little applause thing for it. So if anyone says Sophisticated Thingy during the interview, you'll see the new bumper I created. So that's your challenge. Because I got nothing better to do. I like to call that procrastination, when I'm supposed to be working on one thing and I end up working on something else that's totally productive. It's just not the thing I'm supposed to be working on. So, anyway.
That's called having ADHD.
It is. Probably. All right, let's do this.
Let's get caught up with what Devo and Luke have been up to since last week. Or else Devo, if Luke failed and didn't show up.
Hey, what?
No, he's right.
So, Luke, what you been up to?
Well, let's see. Just, working my job and also trying to get my life organized and get things done so that I can be all prepared for my big trip to the Midwest for FuMPFest. There was a particularly annoying task I had to get finished that I finally got finished. That would take too long to go into, but
I've got lots of those on my to-do list.
Yeah. But it was one of the not fun ones. It didn't have anything to do with anything cool or fun or wacky or whatever. It was just like, nah. But I finally got it done. And the next thing that should be at the top of my to-do list is write that new song parody. So I got my notes organized on it and printed up, and I've just been working my job. And my brother Michael and his wife Anu are in town, so I picked them up at the airport 2 days ago, and me and Colin Lindsay went and had dinner with them last night. And after the podcast tonight, we're going to go hang out with them again, because this little trip is the first time I've seen them since the pandemic and everything. But yeah, it's like trying to, be like, oh, well, I'm driving my day job, doing deliveries. Oh, it's my half-hour lunch break. Now I'll sit down and try to work on, the lyrics of my song parody. It's like, it just so seldomly works well with that situation, because you kind of want to be in a certain mindset and get yourself like, okay, now I'm in this zone where I can concentrate on just this thing and not think about the fact that, there's, 24 minutes left until I have to start driving again, being trapped inside this, little silver car in the blazing heat of California. So, And also organizing my notes on FuMPFest to make sure I'm not dropping the ball on anything important. We had our meeting last week, and I got a bunch of notes there, so I expanded on my notes, blah, blah, blah. So I'm hoping that I will be able to, get this song written and the first demo recorded ASAP, because there's some vocalists I would like to possibly ask to be on it. And the sooner I get it done, the greater the chances are I can get these vocalists to be on it. If not, I'll just do all the vocals myself. But it will be better if they were on it. I know that for sure. Yeah, that's about it. What have you been up to since last week?
Well, I thought of a new parody song myself. It's not going to be ready in time for FuMPFest, but it's one of those things where it's like, do I really want to do this idea? This is going to be really hard. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll do it. So, in my quote-unquote downtime, like when I'm out walking the dog, my brain is, coming up with little ideas for it, and I've been jotting them down. The big thing in my world is I made a video and put it on TikTok.
Yeah, excellent work.
Thank you. More procrastination, you might say. I watched the new He-Man on Netflix, and it was really good. I think She-Ra's better, personally, but it was very good. And it inspired a video of me basically playing with my old He-Man dolls, which I have right on the shelf over there. And me holding them up in front of the camera, doing the various voices and stuff. And I came up with a bit, and I thought it was funny, and I put it up on TikTok, and it's a thing now. So you can follow me on TikTok. I am Devo_Spice, because for some reason I couldn't get Devo Spice without the underscore. Whatever. So either somebody else took the name, or I signed up for TikTok when it first joined and forgot. So it's entirely possible. So, Jace, what have you been up to? It's been a while since we spoke to you.
I'm currently on vacation. We're in Florida for Julia's mother's birthday, which was a couple days ago, and now we're just kind of enjoying being here. We actually come back to Tennessee tomorrow, so.
Aw.
And then we will be preparing for FuMPFest like crazy.
Oh, so you're in my boat with preparing for FuMPFest like crazy, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's actually, Nuclear Bubble Wrap has only played, I think 3 shows since I guess people have been allowed to play shows again. And we haven't done anything new. We basically came back and we were just like, we're just going to keep doing stuff we knew how to play a year ago. And but I want to play stuff from the new album at FuMPFest. I feel like we would be idiots if we didn't, because, we have an album to promote.
Yeah, you get a new album, got to promote it.
Yeah, so the goal is to actually learn some new songs.
All right, well, good luck.
Yeah.
You have about a month, so get on it.
Yeah.
All right, Mike and Barbara, how you guys doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks. Good to be back.
Yeah.
So, what have you guys been up to?
Let's see. Well, we've been reading about ourselves in the local paper.
Oh,
That's been very exciting.
That was fun. None of our neighbors noticed, but actually, the pharmacist, when I went up to pick up some medication, said to me, "Quark, were you in the paper? Were you the musician?" Like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that was us. Yes, okay, bye.
So what were you guys in the paper for?
Actually, just about our band and the fact that we have a new album.
Oh, excellent!
We put out a new album in May.
Like actual press coverage. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was actually really nice. It was a very nice article.
It was page 2. It was very impressive.
Page 2, yeah. It would have been better on page 3, but page 2 was good.
Except that they forgot to mention where people could go to actually hear the music.
Or our
They
website.
forgot to mention the website or Spotify or anything like that.
Well, print media doesn't.
And our names are in tiny little type.
But it was a really nice article.
Yeah.
A nice picture. The new album's called House of Love. And
we picked a picture that was with the two of us kind of staring off into space.
Yeah, sort of like waiting for the bus that never comes. And we just decided, we never really put pictures of ourselves on our album covers before.
Maybe for good reason.
And we just finally said, you know what? This is where we're at. This is what we look like. We've been doing this for so long. Here's where we are. And we just put ourselves like this on the cover. And then we had a contest. Yes. we did have a contest on the cover. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We contacted our fans, and we had several different options for the cover of the album.
We asked people to pick.
Yeah. But then also, just for fun, I just trolled the internet and came up with all sorts of really crazy and strange and negative and embarrassing alternatives to see if anyone would vote for them. And sure enough,
they did.
Oh yeah, they sure did.
They did. But
yeah, I'm sure they did.
Unfortunately, those images were copywritten. So.
Yeah, we couldn't use them. But,
oh well.
Yeah. But we made the final decision. So.
And it's us.
All right, you posted a song. Give us a quick introduction to the song, and we'll give it a listen.
Quick introduction is the song is called Quark. It's a song primarily targeted at physicist nerds, anybody who knows anything about subatomic particles. And it's an imaginary dance that we made up. And we hope that everybody can do it. It's very easy as long as you don't make a lot of big moves. And we had a great time making this video. We'll talk to you about that on the other side.
All right, here is Quark by New Middle Class.
Come on, let's do the Quark. It's the latest dance craze. Baby, me and you dance like the smart kids do in a subatomic daze. Let's do the quantum dance here at the physicist's ball. Don't worry, you won't fall, cause the steps are so small you hardly move at all. Ooh, you offer no resistance. Ooh, don't need no peer reviews to prove your existence. Partners meet by chance. I did not select you. First we all collide, then you're by my side, and now I detect you. I love the way you quark, the way you charm and spin. From the bottom to the top, baby, please don't stop. Keep going out and in. Do you feel the attraction? Don't take a Nobel Prize to quantify our interaction. Side step closer to me, bit by bit. Slip your lab coat off and dip your hip. Have you heard about the cat? I don't know where that cat's at. Did the cat survive? Is it dead or alive? We may never know that. Everybody do the quark. Do that quirky little quark. Let's see what we can see. Experimentally, we're gonna glow in the dark. Everybody do the quark. Do that quirky little quark. We're gonna glow in the dark. Everybody do the quark.
Very cool. So, first of all, I know a little bit about particle physics and subatomic theories and whatnot just because of a passing interest, and I'm a nerd. But for people who have no idea, please explain what a quark is besides being a character on DS9.
Well, the first time that we played this song, which was virtually, so we had to do the whole thing by Zoom. I started it out actually with a lecture, with a slideshow on subatomic physics, which I'm not going to do for you here, but I will give you a little visual aid if you can see that.
Nice.
Okay, so these subatomic particles are smaller than protons and neutrons and electrons, and they all have properties. So these properties have funny names, and the funny names were embedded in the song as Easter eggs. So if you listen to that song carefully, you'll hear things like up, down, charm, top, bottom, and so forth. And they have nice little pictures over here. All of these things are quarks, except for this guy over here, which is just some kind of sophisticated thingy.
Hang on.
Sophisticated thingy.
You caught me off guard.
Okay, we got to work on that timing, Mr. Spice.
Okay, how do I spotlighted you? How do I remove the spotlight? Interesting.
You can't.
This
Remove
is
spotlight. There it is. There we go. Okay. Because for the cast that goes out live, I keep it in speaker mode so that whoever's talking. But I wanted while you were holding up the graphic, I wanted that to stay on screen, so I spotlighted you, and it was the first time I spotlighted everyone. Didn't know how to undo it. So anyway, we're back.
So the song is about maybe about subatomic particles, or maybe it's about sex.
So you take your pick.
So if you observe your partner, does that change the motion of?
You are a physics nerd.
Yes.
Well, one of the things that kind of inspired us was songs about dances, and in particular fake songs about fake dances. So, like for example, 10cc has a song called "The Sacroiliac."
Nice.
But this is all based on like real songs that were popular in the 50s and 60s. That the songs themselves would like teach you how to do the dance craze. So here's a quiz for you: can you think of any of those songs that were, songs / dance crazes?
You mean like the Twist or something? Or
there's one. Okay,
yeah.
Keep going.
There were a lot in the 50s. I know that.
Do the Bartman.
The Bartman. There's the Fat Boys dance.
There's the Humpty Dance.
The Humpty Dance.
One
of my favorites is from Psycho Stick. It's called the Flop.
There's two different versions of Do the Creep.
Do the Funky Chicken.
The Monster Mash. But some of these,
I was waiting for that one.
Some of these, they don't actually explain how to do the dance.
You get creative.
They just kind of leave it up to your imagination, I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of creative, I don't know if you could tell in that video, but one of the things that we did when we were trying to make that video is we sent an email out to all of our fans saying, "Hey, we're making this video. It's about Quark. Send us some clips. Send us some crazy clips of
dancing to the song." Really, we wanted people to dance to the song. That was the idea, and have them send us their videos.
So we integrated those things into the video, so that some of that stuff is really, really great.
Very nice. So yeah, tell us about the making of the video, what you did for that.
You mean aside from putting on my lab coat and my old goggles and yeah, go ahead.
Actually, that was my idea to say, I'd really like to do a video of all our friends and fans dancing to this imaginary dance song. So that's when we asked, we did that a lot. We asked them to help us vote for the cover. We asked them we demand a lot of our fans.
It's actually really good to get your fans involved like that. It keeps them, engaged.
So after we twisted our kids' arms to make videos, that's how we got to find most of them,
Some of the great ones.
Yeah. And there's some footage from a wedding we went to in Ireland in there. And what did we do? We hung the camera from the ceiling.
It gave me a chance to ransack my house for all of my scientific supplies. So I found 2 microscopes and slide sets and a lava lamp and all sorts of cool stuff.
Wait, a lava lamp is considered scientific equipment?
It is in our house.
Yes, okay. It's very important. And what else? Oh, you had your new Einstein head.
Oh yeah,
everything. So, yeah, we were home.
What else do we have to do?
Yeah. This pandemic. I mean, with this album, we made 2 live action videos. So we had nothing better to do. So this is what we did. It was
right.
Really
so we have 4
fun.
videos altogether from the new album.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one was. Yeah.
So talk about the new album a bit.
House of Love.
Yeah.
Yeah. The title comes from one of the songs on there, which is 10 Rooms in the House of Love, and it's kind of a song about a very dysfunctional relationship. Mm-hmm. Each of the rooms is described and how horrible the relationship becomes from one room to the next. But then I decided to title it House of Love to make people think that it was
really a love album.
A love fest.
Yeah. When really each room is like its own little escape room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the music varies. It goes from kind of contemporary folkish to rock to country and then to Quark. And it also has another song that the last time that we were on the FuMP, we played a song called Overly Enthusiastic Love, and that is on the album as well.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Thank you so much. we just re-listened to the podcast, and I enjoyed having Barbara deny that they could have had anything to do with her, and it was all my imagination. And damn it, how could you say such things about me?
Yeah.
But everybody should know that yes, the new album and all of our songs, all of our videos, everything is on our website, newmiddleclass.com, which we desperately built in the space of about a week or so, when all of a sudden we realized our old website was just not going to work. So the new website is lots of fun and it's great, and all the songs are on Spotify and Apple Music and anywhere you can stream.
Yeah.
So was your old website like one of these GeoCities things with like all the little pop-ups or something?
It was.
It didn't look good on a cell phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you had to take your hands and kind of expand.
Yeah.
In order to read everything.
So this actually works on a cell phone. So, yeah, that was we got that in under the wire. but all our
we did one of those things where we submitted. Spotify has a thing where you can submit a song in advance, and if they love it, they'll put it on their curated playlist, which of course they never will do for someone like us unless we have like a large Spotify following, and we had a following of 11 people, so we thought probably Quark was not going to get on there, even though it was kind of unique and maybe Dr. Demento-ish or
FuMP-ish.
or they might be Giants-ish, I thought.
Yeah, we're trying to do the Spotify playlist for the FuMP, and the problem I'm running into is that all the FuMP albums are released as various artists. So I'm like, I have a account set up for the FuMP. The artist I'm trying to modify is various artists. There's 7,000 albums there. They're not all mine. So. There's probably more than 7,000, but so that's the issue I'm running into. That's kind of where I'm stuck right now. I'm probably gonna have to get on the phone with somebody at Spotify if I can find a way to do that.
And you have all those CDs, and then we went out and bought a car, and I can't play the CDs. There's no CD player.
There's no CD player. Yeah, no. My car still has a CD player. It's old enough, but and I think. All my cars going forward are going to have to. I'm going to have to like insist on it, even if it's custom, because when I mix a song, I always test it by driving, because if it sounds good in the car, it'll sound good anywhere. That's kind of my go-to test environment. You know, I've got the nice setup here with the nice studio monitors and stuff where it sounds really good, and then I go into the crappiest environment possible and compare it.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's how we do it too.
Cool.
Spend a lot of time in the car.
Yeah. I just drive around the block, you know, a couple of times. I'm waiting for the neighbors to call the police, so there's some creepy guy slowly driving around the neighborhood, blasting crappy rap music, you know.
Yeah, usually what happens is Barbara saying, "Mike, where are you? Where are you?" And then she looks out, and there I am in the driveway listening to the latest mixes. Nice.
So are you guys performing out at all?
We actually, a couple weeks ago, we did our first actually live to like live people in
Actual
front of us,
people, yes.
not a Zoom, in Maine, an outdoor house concert in Maine, which was really fun. It was like amazing to have real people in the audience.
We forgot what that was like.
Yeah.
So we did that, and we have something else we're doing outdoors in about a week, a little over a week.
Right, another local thing. But we're also doing plenty of virtual appearances. And again, you know, you can find out on our Facebook, which is New Middle Class Music. We're always posting what we're doing up there.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Awesome. So, anything you'd like to plug? I know you have the new album.
That's it. That's
new
exactly
album.
what we like.
The new album. But I think, you know, I would love for people to watch the videos because they're really fun. And the other live one we did called "It Ain't What It Ain't," we filmed outside of our house and you know, just on our property. It's maybe a little more political, this song, but
it's a lot more political.
Yeah, a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But it features Mike playing air guitar at a certain point, so it's like that's like really worth watching the whole video. It's so good.
Yeah, and the scary thing about it is that we, you know, a lot of the songs that we do, they're like character songs, and so in that one I was playing some kind of demonstrator or protester or something like that, and I thought that the character was coming from one point of view, like from a left-wing point of view, and then afterwards we rewatched it, especially after January 6th, and we said, wait a second, this song works exactly as well for the other side, and it's just kind of strange.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. And then we just put up another a new video that I made with using archival footage from one of the projects I did during the pandemic was digitize all my dad's old 8mm Super 8 films, and I used some of that old archival footage to create 10 Rooms in the House of Love.
So if you want to know what we looked like when we were good looking,
toddlers, you can see that. So anyway, I was really happy with that video. Anyway, that's what we've been doing, just creating stuff.
All right, sounds good. So I will definitely check out the new album. All right, so we're gonna move on to news and Jace's song. You're welcome to stick around. You're welcome to take off if you need to go. But we're gonna do some news and a promo and stuff.
It's time for Chicago's annual funny music convention, FuMPFest. This year, we're celebrating Dr. Demento's 50th anniversary with special guest, radio legend Dr. Demento, appearing live and in person. Dr. Demento will be presenting his Festival of Dementia, signing autographs, and hosting the 11th annual Logan Whitehurst Memorial Awards for Excellence in Comedy Music. FuMPFest is taking place August 20th through 22nd at the Westin North Shore in Wheeling, Illinois, and will feature performances by Bill Larkin, Carla Ulbrich, Steve Goody, Bad Beth and Beyond, The Gothsicles, Ross Child, The Great Luke Ski, Worm Quartet, Insane Ian, Nuclear Bubble Wrap, Carrie Dalby, Ian Lockwood, and a special appearance by Sulu from The Dr. Demento Show. Plus Demented Karaoke, dumb parody ideas, the FuMP Showcase, and more. Visit FuMPFest.com to register and book your hotel room. That's FuMPFest.com.
Time for funny music news. Something.
In the news, The FuMP July newsletter went out the other day, featuring stories about the FuMP Volume 87, FuMPFest, a bunch of videos, and more. If you're not on our mailing list, you can view it at tiny.cc/FuMP0721. That's FuMP January 21. tiny.cc/FuMP0721. Rand Bellavia of Ookla the Mock announced that his new solo album, The Tips of My Fingers, is going to be released on August 17th. It's available for pre-order now at randbellavia.bandcamp.com. So check that out. And we have a new sponsor at FuMPFest, the Duncan Law Group. The Duncan Law Group is proud to help residents of Chicago seek justice after devastating injuries. Contact us today to speak with an experienced and compassionate personal injury lawyer, or personal injury attorney. Visit DuncanLawGroup.com. And just a reminder, we have some impending deadlines regarding FuMPFest. Online registration closes on July 31st, although I may push that back a couple days because I got ads running. The t-shirt pre-orders will be closing on July 31st. That will not be pushed back because I actually have to place the order and the t-shirts have to be made, so I still need time to do that. The hotel room block closes on August 1st at 5 p.m. Then that will be up to the hotel's discretion as to whether or not you get into our room block. And the video contest closes on July 31st as well. So if you're making a video for the FuMPFest contest, send us the link by July 31st. All the details are at FuMPFest.com. Luke, nothing. You got nothing. All right.
Anything?
Yep.
Okay. Did you want to report the percentage of room block?
Last I heard it was 83 or 84, I believe. Something like that. We are up there as far as filling the room block goes. 83% according to the website. That was as of 4 or 5 days ago. So we might have gotten a little bit more since then. We don't have to get to 100% to get the space, but I don't remember what the actual percentage is. It's either 80 or 85, something in that range. So we might be there already, but either way, I'm fairly confident that we're in good shape. So,
cool.
All right. Anything else before tour dates?
Nope.
Tour dates. On the 30th in Hopewell, New Jersey, Larry Tritel. The 30th through the 1st in Blue Ash, Ohio, Mikey Mason. On the 5th in Oakland, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. And on the 7th in Michigan City, Indiana, Captain Ambivalent. All right, Jace.
Hello.
Give us a quick intro to your song. We'll give it a listen.
This is a song from the new album, Problematic, and ACAB.
All right, here is Piggy Bastards by Nuclear Bubble Wrap.
Snort it up at the sky and look at us down their snouts. Loading up to play dirty, praying for shooting out. Someone's taillight is broken.
So I want to congratulate you on creating an earworm that's worthy of TV's Kyle.
Oh, thank you. I was hoping it would be catchy.
So yeah, tell us about this song.
So this song was written shortly after the George Floyd protests and all that stuff. We were working on finishing Problematic, and I think it came down to basically I needed 2 more songs to really like round out the album. And those 2 songs ended up being this and Sunrise Movement, which is the song right before this one in the track listing. And I felt like once we had those 2, it was like the whole album kind of came together. And I knew that for this song, like I me and everyone I knew, we were all just so angry, and I kind of wanted to make kind of this like really catchy, like kind of rock banger where we could all just kind of be angry together. Like playing, like, if we play this at a show, we can just have like the whole audience getting in on this whole Piggy Bastards refrain, and we can all be angry and really yell our feelings into the void, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, that works.
So that's kind of how the song came about. I knew that I really wanted to do like a cop song, and then Sunrise Movement, I knew I needed a climate change song, and that was basically like the 2 big things. Like the album is about all the various problems in the world and how everything's kind of crashing in on us, and so this felt like it was appropriate.
Yes, it definitely was appropriate and timely too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I dig it. You're such a millennial.
Yeah. It's a very millennial album.
For the sound on this album, is it a lot like, is Piggy Bastards like representative of the sound of the album? Because I know you guys have done a lot of different sounds over the years.
Yeah. I would say that as far as like maybe catchiness goes, yes. I think there was an effort on this album to make things really catchy and kind of upbeat. The album does cycle through a lot of different like genres. There's a lot of electronic influence on it, and then there's a lot of like rock influence on it, and I think it kind of cycles between those 2 things. Like it starts with like this electronic kind of thing, and then it goes into some more rock-based songs like this one or Sunrise Movement or The Leading Cause of Death. So yeah, it's stylistically, it seems to probably be a little all over the place for some people, but one of the big goals was to be catchy and to have a lot of songs that would get stuck in people's heads.
That's always a good thing because it makes the song memorable. It really does.
Yeah, and there is, whether consciously or unconsciously, I don't know, but the album is goofier than the previous 2 albums for sure.
See, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Brett G in the chat wants to know if you've heard the Nas song Meridian Leeward.
Oh, I haven't. No.
I haven't either. He said that Piggy Bastards reminded him of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Stylistically, the song is kind of. I would say the biggest influence on it is the band Ghost.
Okay.
Yeah. Which
I've never actually listened to them. I know several people who love their stuff, and like I see the Ghost logo all over the place, but I've only heard a couple of songs, and one of them was like a weird mashup, and I forgot what they did with it.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, in the music video, I'm kind of dressed up as this like pig monster thing with a cloak and everything, and it's kind of reminiscent of Ghost.
There's a music video, and I wasn't.
There is a music video to the song.
I wish I had known that. I would have played it. I didn't know.
Oh yeah, I assume when you just type in Nuclear Bubble Wrap Piggy Bastards, it's one of the first things.
No, I didn't even think to look because it wasn't linked on the FuMP, and usually.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, so. I probably hastily uploaded it because I was getting ready to go on vacation.
Okay. If you're interested in seeing the video, go to YouTube, search for Nuclear Bubble Wrap, Piggy Bastards, and you will find it.
Yeah, it's on our YouTube channel. We did 5 music videos for this album, with more on the way, hopefully.
Nice.
if we get around to making more videos, like Needle Juice is really trying to push Nuclear Bubble Wrap to start doing things on TikTok, and I haven't gotten the energy to do that.
Wait, aren't you Needle Juice?
Why?
Aren't you Needle Juice?
Well, yes, but there's multiple people who are Needle Juice.
The other videos from your album have really cool graphics, really cool animation.
Thank you. The animated stuff, those were put together by one of the other guys in the label, Brandon. He basically talked to all those animators and got them to do it, and he would send me the concepts, and I would just like give it the thumbs up or not. Some of them. One of them is made by a guy named Fantashow, who's I think done work for some Adult Swim related things or Game Grumps related things or something. There's a guy named Gonzalo who did the video for Curiosity Killed the Mars Rover, which is probably, as a sciencey kind of person, a song you would like. I'm trying to remember what all the what all the videos entail. The video for Eternal Shopping Mall was done by Angel Mark Lloyd, who's done a lot of work for Needle Juice as far as mastering and production and stuff goes, but it also does some video work, and we got her to do that video, and there's just a lot of different music videos. And the video for Piggy Bastards was done by my partner Julia. She kind of thought of this concept, and we ran with it. She made these little like pig puppets, and they're very, very adorable.
That's what you want. Adorable Piggy Bastards.
Yeah. They all have these little cop hats on, and in the video you can see that the cop hats all have initials on them, and it spells out ACAB if you pay attention.
Nice. So the new album is out now. You guys have done two interviews this week with new albums.
Yeah.
Tell us about Problematic.
Yeah, Problematic was absolute hell to make. It was probably my worst experience trying to actually put an album together. So it is a pandemic album in a lot of ways, but it's actually been in the works ever since like 2016. So in 2016 we put out Multiverses, and then I immediately kind of went into the songs for the next record. And so Problematic, Problematic is the third album in what I consider to be a trilogy. So Psychodelicacy, Multiverses, and Problematic, in my mind, make up a trilogy of albums that, if you listen to them one after another, they should kind of make sense thematically. And Psychodelicacy is an album about anxiety, Multiverses is an album about depression, and Problematic is a song about the outside factors in the world that lead to the entire millennial generation being ridden with anxiety and depression. But Problematic is doing it in kind of a goofy, I don't know, like Tim Burton kind of way, I guess.
Yeah.
Which to a degree is kind of what a lot of our stuff is doing. But it was an album that we wrote so many songs for it. So there was this kind of thing in my head that I knew it was going to be like a political album, which in 2020 became a really cliche thing. Or even by 2016, it was like cliche to be like writing songs. Oh yeah, you're going to write a political album in 2017. Yeah, that makes sense. Everyone's doing it. But I kept going on my trajectory because I had to get the album done, and so we ended up writing well over 20 songs, I think. And when we first started making it, I had in my head that it was going to be this massive double album, and it was going to fill up 2 CDs to the brim, 80 minutes on each CD. I was just going to bombard people with this cacophony of stuff.
The problems of the world.
But then after Needle Juice started, we kind of realized, oh wait, Needle Juice is a direct platform for Nuclear Bubble Wrap to be able to get our music directly into the hands of the exact target demographic we want. So we kind of took a step back and we were like, you know what? Let's make a really good, solid 45 minutes of music that will hopefully slap, as the kids say, and just something really concise that is easy to digest, and I think we succeeded in that. So
I think that was a good decision.
So we because Psychodelicacy it's really long, and Multiverses is an hour long, and so we kind of were like, okay, let's dial it back and make something that's a little bit easier to consume, and I think we did that. Now, the actual process of recording it was the fucking worst thing. So the pandemic happened, and I knew that I wanted real brass and real strings, and we wanted to go all out on this thing. So we did production on it that we've kind of never dabbled in before, where Austin recommended I get on Fiverr, and I start messaging trumpet players and violin players and stuff, and I eventually got a couple people that I knew I could rely on to get the horn parts and the string parts. What's really funny is actually I tried to get horns and strings on it a couple years prior. There's 2 songs on the album. One is called Pansexual Pantheist, one is called Vagina Regulator, and these songs have really lavish horn parts, and so I messaged Steve Goody, and I was like, hey, I know you know some horn players and stuff, and he got me in contact with a guy who I then emailed, and I was like, hey, I hear you play horns. Here's my songs, here's the horn parts, could you please record this? And the guy emailed me back, and basically he said he said, I don't understand these songs, I don't like these songs, and I don't want my name attached to these songs.
That I would take as a compliment. That's fantastic.
And then when I told some of my friends about this, they all said, yeah, whenever you get session players, you need to send them the songs without the vocals on them.
Right.
But you should definitely take that quote and when you're releasing one of your press releases where it says people's reviews of the albums and stuff, just add that quote with his name.
Yeah. That would be funny. We ended up getting the lavish string sections and everything, and then it became the album finally got done. I recorded those last 2 songs that were needed. A lot of these songs were written over the course of the last 3 or 4 years, but then I needed those last 2, and we got the last 2 done, and then it became time to mix the album, and we all had it in our heads that I was just gonna mix it for whatever reason. Now, one thing that we did was we got Steve Goody to record the drums. So all the drums across the entire album, that's Steve Goody. Thank you so much, Steve. And he just did a fantastic job on all the drum parts. I was very, particular about what I wanted, and I was literally sending him emails like, yeah, can you I have actually one of my favorite emails that I ever sent Steve was about the song Intelligent Design, where I wanted them to do a particular drum fill on the specific line in the song, where am I going to put my T-Rex penis? And I wanted the drum fill to like line up with the syllables of that line exactly, and I was like giving him these very specific instructions on what to do. He was great in putting up with all this. So he did the drums, and then it became time to mix it, and we had this brilliant idea that I was going to just mix the whole album, which was a terrible idea, because this album, each song, I kid you not, has like over 80 individual tracks. Like, we put too much shit in all of these songs. There's synths, and there's, some of the horn sections. It's like you have like 12 horn tracks. You got like 6 trumpets, and you got like 5 trombones, and you got a tuba, and then you got like
you gotta have a tuba
string sections, and it's just like these songs, and you have these like little drum loops, but they're all separated out into what each individual sound of the drum loop is, and like these songs have like 80 to 100 tracks each. And I nearly killed myself trying to mix this thing, and we were up against like a deadline because we really wanted the album to come out on September 25th, because we had it in our heads for whatever reason that the album has to come out before the election. Like, because I guess for some reason we thought that none of these like giant political issues, they're just gonna stop being relevant in November 2020. The world is going to stop ending on that day.
You silly little millennial, you.
Yeah. So we had this idea that the album had to come out before the election. So I was grinding up against this September 25th deadline so that we could potentially have the vinyl done in November. Because at that time, vinyl production took like 2 or 3 months. More on that later. So I basically, like, I didn't sleep. I stayed up like nights in a row working on this thing and slaving away at it. And then the release date came. And then when the release date came, every fucking comment on social media was, "This mix sounds like shit."
Oh, man.
And there were people like, I can tell, like, there's cool stuff going on, but I can't hear anything. I can't hear anything that's happening in here. I can't understand the vocals. I can't hear the snare drum. We're getting all these, like, comments about this. So then we were like, oh, God, what do we do? And we had the vinyl test pressing in hand by this point. And I put on the vinyl test pressing, and, hearing it on vinyl made it sound even worse. It really brought everything... Like, all the issues with it were just like, oh, no, I can't immortalize this by impressing the sound waves into a big hunk of plastic. I can't do that. So then we were like, okay, Steve Goody mixed Psychodelicacy, and he mixed Exploding Head Syndrome, and everyone told us how good those albums sounded. Why did we ever decide to stop doing that? To save money? All in the name of saving money? We decided to make everything sound like garbage? Why would a band downgrade their sound? You don't ever hear, you don't listen to a band's catalog and then the sound gets worse as the albums go on. No, they get better. So we were like, oh, no. So then I was like, okay, Steve Goody, you're going to mix this whole album. But I couldn't go to the studio because Steve's not letting people in because pandemic. And so we had to mix the album with Steve over Zoom, and all the technical issues that go in with doing that, and sometimes you turn it on and you just don't hear anything in stereo, and you got to figure out why it's in mono, and we went through weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of that until the album was finally done. And then we were finally like, okay, people who ordered CDs and stuff of this in September, we can finally get these to you now, almost a year later. So the CDs and the cassettes have finally been shipping out. There's this one guy on our Facebook who was calling us a scammer because he bought a tape in September, and of course it never shipped out because we were working on fixing the album, and I was like, I'm not putting the crappy audio on there because everyone told me it was crappy, so I'm gonna put the new audio on there. And so finally, he finally got his tape wherever he is. I hope he's happy. And so the album is done. It's finally out. We took down all the music videos. We we put the new audio in, we re-uploaded all the music videos, and did a whole like relaunch of the music videos. So now everyone can actually hear the album, and hopefully it's good. And everyone's been saying nice things about the mix. And then the whole mastering process was a whole like week-long drama that I'm not going to get into, but there was drama. And then when it comes to the vinyl, oh god, see, I was excited about having vinyl of this at FuMPFest, but no, in February, remember that Texas freeze?
Yeah.
And where Ted Cruz didn't do shit about it? Yeah, that Texas freeze triggered a global PVC shortage that has a stranglehold on the entire vinyl production industry, and now you can't get vinyl made without the lead time being at least half a year.
Wow.
Sometimes 9, 10, 12 months. There's some pressing plants out there that are like, yeah, we're not going to get you this for like 14 months. It is insane, and everything is terrible. Everything's terrible.
I think I struck a nerve.
Yeah.
It's funny, when we started playing the song, I went and dug through the records you sent me. I'm like, I think Jay sent me a copy of Problematic. Apparently not. Apparently I was thinking of something else.
Well, I sent you the CD and tapes, didn't I?
That must be it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, wow, yeah, that sounds like...
So that's the story of Making Problematic.
Making Problematic was very problematic, it sounds.
It was, in fact. Oh, like...
Your next album is going to be called This One's Going to Go Easy.
Yeah. I'm proud of Problematic. I'm really, really proud of this album. I think it's like some of Nuclear Bubble Wrap's best work, but the process of making it was some of the worst shit I have ever dealt with, and I never want to relive it, and I never want to see anybody go through the hell we went through to make that album.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're making a sophisticated thingy.
Yeah.
God damn it. I got to figure out a faster way. I got to figure out a faster way to trigger that. I got like a button or something. Because it's like, where the hell's my mouse? I got 3 screens here. Where's my mouse? All right. So, Jace, anything you want to plug? As if we didn't talk about it for 20 minutes now.
You can buy the new Nuclear Bubble Wrap album, Problematic, you can go to needlejuicerecords.com. And you can get it on CD and cassette, which will ship immediately, or you can buy a vinyl, which will ship in November. Let's see. There's some other things on Needle Juice that I can plug. Most people probably know, but I will reiterate. I help run a record label called Needle Juice, and we put out a lot of different stuff, but some of it is FuMP related, so you can get Lemon Demon records, and you can get Regder and the Fighters records, and you can get Worm Quartet records, and you can get TV's Kyle records, and so but one of the main things that we are promoting right now is actually the Boobles Booby Road album, which I know Sea Monkey has been working on that for a decade.
Yep.
So Making Problematic is probably nothing compared to whatever he's been going through to make that, because it took him 10 years to make it. But Booby Road by the Boobles, you can get that at Needle Juice, and the profits are all going to go to breast cancer research. So that's cool. So that's the main thing we are doing there. And Problematic, something I wanted to mention on Problematic while I'm here too is that so I posted a lot of songs that ended up being on Problematic on the FuMP years ago, basically as they were getting done, and those versions all sound like garbage because they have fake drums, and they have fake brass, and they have fake strings, and they are mixed shittily by me. So listen to Problematic for better versions.
Those are the special demo versions.
Yeah. Like, I kind of wish we could retroactively go back and put, like, vagina regulator, parentheses, demo, you know? Like, I kind of wish we could do that, but we can't. We can't do that.
Can't retcon history.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some feedback.
Making the internet absolutely ridiculous. Stand by. Dementia Radio.
www.dementiaradio.org. Port 8027.
Please hang up and try again.
This is the part where there's feedback.
Feedback.
Feedback, you know that segment of the show we do about now?
Feedback. Feedback.
Feedback.
Or let's not and say we did. No feedback this week. All right. We do have stuff we can tease, though, so...
Teasing. He's a teasing kind of guy. Now you have a joke.
Yeah!
Tomorrow's song is by Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction.
Woohoo!
It's been a while since we heard from him. We're going to have a special Sunday bonus slot from Carla Ulbrich.
Yay.
And Tuesday's song is by Rand Bellavia, the aforementioned half of Ookla the Mock.
I contributed to that in Indiegogo.
I did too. And this week's Spotify playlist topic is... Crap, I forgot to write it down. Wait a minute. Language. That's what it is. Language. That'll go up shortly after the show tonight. All right. New Middle Class, plug yourself one more time.
Go to our website, newmiddleclass.com. Check out our videos. Quark. It Ain't What It Ain't. 10 Rooms in the House of Love. What else? Our new album, which is...
and Another Life.
Another Life, yeah. What else?
11 great songs.
Yeah. Not on vinyl.
And I have no idea where I can go to play my cassettes, so... But we have lots of cassettes of our first album, so please let us know.
All right, Jace, plug yourself one more time.
Yeah, nuclearbubblewrap.com for all things nuclear bubble wrap related. Come see us at FuMPFest. And needlejuicerecords.com to buy nuclear bubble wrap content as well as a bunch of other things, and also buy Booby Road.
All right, that's going to do it for this week. Let's get out of here. Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. I'm Devo Spice.
I'm Luke Ski.
And there's other people.
Say things, other people.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. You can listen live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific at DementiaRadio.org and join us in the chat. Or subscribe to the podcast feed. Look us up on iTunes and be sure to leave us a review. Feedback for the show can be sent to info@thefump.com. The Funny Music Podcast is a production of Fidem Interactive, LLC, released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, shout it to random people on the street, and be sure to visit thefump.com for the latest funny songs. Tune in next week where you'll hear Luke Ski say,
Meow, 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 chemical weapons, meow.